Hi guys, how you going? Welcome to Flow of the Future. My name's Jenny, and first off, I just really want to congratulate you for being here today and taking this time out of your day to be present and learn something new and find out how you can create an income online whilst having an impact in this world, which is super, super important to me and why I want to connect with like-minded souls like yourself that hopefully want to do better things and create a change in this world. So I do have some slides, so it's going to keep us on track, which I'm going to dive into in a second. But first off, just a little bit of housekeeping. So just heads up, I have two very large, noisy dogs. So apologies if they interrupt us in this. I'll just have to pause and yeah, we'll jump back into it afterwards. And if you're catching the replay on this, then hopefully I'll actually be able to edit that out. And if you are catching the replay, I'm not going to do too much editing to this because I feel like we live in a world of AI and all the fakeness out there. So you're just going to get me as real and authentic as possible today. And I'm not here to spend heaps of time editing either. On that note as well, my daughter is 13 years old at the moment, but baby brain is real, guys. And honestly, my words just sometimes leave my brain. I know exactly what I want to say in my head and I can hear them, but they just don't come out of my mouth the way I want to. I'm actually on day 3 of a water fast at the moment. So I'm actually they can hear my dog see already there. I'm actually pretty focused and have heaps of energy at the moment after doing this fast, which is good. So hopefully that keeps us on track and my mind working properly. And yeah, I know time is precious, and I basically want to give you as much information as possible in this training in as little as time as possible. So it may go for about an hour, and yeah, I don't want you to leave here though feeling like you've just watched something and you still don't know what it is. Like, who's been on those trains before where you click on like the little YouTube videos and it says, watch this and you're going to learn the secret in 3 minutes, and someone's just rambling on for like 20 minutes and it's just the same stories over and over again, and you still don't actually get to hear what it is until like the last 2 minutes, and then you're still wondering, what the heck, how do you do it? And then there's another training. So I don't want any of that. I'm actually going to give you all the information and condense it as much as possible. And obviously, if you have any questions, drop them below in the chat. I'm not going to be able to see the chat box while I'm sharing screen. But yeah, we can go into that afterwards, and also just reach out to me in my DMs on Instagram or Facebook and ask me any questions as well. We can always jump on a call and have a chat about anything too. So yeah, I'm going to jump straight into it and share some slides. So let me know if you can see my screen, guys. Who can I see? Thumbs up. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So, Flow of the Future, the freedom formula to transforming lives, the planet with a conscious income online, because we're all about here having a conscious impact. So a little bit about my story. I'm not going to go deep into my story, guys, because I really want the value to be on you and this business. But just so you have a bit of background about who I am, if you haven't met me before, obviously my name's Jen, and I'm an unschooling mum down here in the beautiful southwest of Western Australia. So from a really young age, I knew I wanted to have an impact in this world. I was really aware of how people were mistreating our planet and wildlife going extinct. And my main goal in life was actually just to travel and explore the world so I could see all these amazing creatures and all these amazing places, because I was actually in fear that they weren't going to be there for much longer, or for when I had children and it wasn't going to be around. I had dreams of like being a photographer or a writer for something like Lonely Planet or National Geographic, because I thought that was a way that I could share my art and spread awareness whilst also getting paid to travel the world and see these amazing things. So that was a dream job, but it didn't plan out like that. I actually came to Australia from the UK at the age of 15 for 3 months. And when I landed here, that was the first time I really heard my intuition voice scream at me and said this was home. So that sent me on a journey of really just doing whatever it took to be an Australian citizen. I had multiple jobs, just trading time for money, just doing whatever work I could, sometimes 5 jobs at once, literally just to save and work as much as possible so I could save and go traveling and pay for visas and residency and all the things. I did manage to go on a round the world trip and see lots of amazing places and lots of amazing wildlife. And then whilst I was applying for residency, I was not stuck here, but I wasn't allowed to go anywhere else. So I was in Australia, in WA, and basically just doing a course in community welfare work so I could learn the skills that were needed to get Australian residency at the time. So this job did not light my soul on fire. It was kind of having an impact in youth work and mental health, but it wasn't to do with the planet. It really didn't light me up. And there was so much red tape around all the areas of how you could not help people as well. So I still felt like I didn't find my passion. And then in 2012, I became a mum, and that was the best job I ever had. I really felt like I'd found my purpose in this life. And being a mum to her was the most amazing gift. And I knew I didn't want to trade my time with her for money. So I actually went on single parent payments for her first few years, which, although it meant we just were completely broke all the time, I'm still so grateful I could have that opportunity and to have that time with her. I didn't need to put her in daycare or, sacrifice my time for her in those early years. But when she went to school, I went out and found work that just fitted in with school hours. And again, it felt like we weren't really any better off. And I really hated getting stuck in that routine of the system and life. Like, I was so grateful for where we lived. We live in such a beautiful part of the world where we have amazing landscapes and wildlife on our doorsteps, where you can see in some of those photos, we have whales 6 months of the years and dolphins and sharks. My now partner is obsessed with sharks as well. And we're always off on adventures and swimming with amazing wildlife. But yeah, I knew there was more. I knew I wanted more freedom. Like, I wanted to homeschool my daughter and travel and show her the world that I had seen before I'd had her. And yeah, just really live that abundant freedom lifestyle. And not only that, but actually have more of an impact. Like, I knew there was more we can do to help this planet, like not just giving 20 or $30 here and there to causes that are close to our hearts, but having a bigger impact. So you can see on that picture there's Project Hiu, which is run by the beautiful Madison Stewart, who's actually a friend of my partner's, and she's over in Indonesia stopping shark fishing boats. So these fishermen don't actually want to be out there killing sharks. She realized she actually works with them, and it's just the only way that they can support their family and community. So she's over there transforming their fishing boats into tourism boats to stop, shark finning, and also helps their local community with schools and all kinds of other resources. So future generations don't have to go out there and hunt sharks for a living as well. So a big passion of mine is, like, with this business, any commissions I make, I actually like to make a portion of that go straight to Project Hiu, which is like saving 10 sharks at a time. So that's like my small impact with this. And then on a larger scale, yeah, like organizations like Sea Shepherd, rather than just donating little bits here and there, but one day to actually donate time and be out there on their campaigns with them, and like maybe even buy like a whole boat for them and fund these causes in a much bigger scale. Another one that's really close to my heart is Ocean Cleanup. It was actually designed, I think he was about 12 when he designed this machine that pulls plastic and rubbish from rivers and oceans. And it's taken well over a decade, where they're finally being deployed now, and they're actually like pulling, tons and tons of rubbish out of rivers and the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And he has actually estimated that it will take $7.6 billion and roughly about 10 years to get all the rubbish and plastic out of all the rivers and oceans. Now, in the scheme of things, guys, like $7.6 billion actually isn't that much money when you think of how much money is spent on war and the oil and gas industry and all the things that are destructing our planet. My mission is that it's time to put the money back into the hands of people that are heart-centered and actually want to do good in this world so we can make a change. Because unfortunately, money is not bad. Money is just energy, but money in the hands of greedy people is what's destroying our planet. So it's time for that switch where, yeah, we can start getting money in the hands of good people who want to do good things. And yes, we get to create freedom for ourselves so we can travel and support our families and do all the things. And the overflow of that is where we can have this bigger impact. So, a bit about our community, like our whole community in this business is people from all different backgrounds, all different missions and whys. You might not all care about the ocean. You might have other, things that are close to your heart and you want to help. But literally all of our sort of team that we have are really people that all want to have a massive impact. We're all from completely different backgrounds. Some are like nurses, some are holistic health practitioners. We've got yoga instructors, people that work FIFO, which if you're not in Australia, that basically means fly in, fly out, where, they go off to the mines for a week and come home for a week. Super yacht crew, marine scientists, wellness people, homeschoolers and world schoolers, stay-at-home mums, like all kinds of backgrounds who might not have any experience in this industry, but all have one thing in common, is that we want to create freedom and impact. So this is for you if you want an additional income stream to stop trading time for money. If you want to spend more time doing the things you love, you're sick of asking permission from time off to travel or just be with your family, you're craving an inspiring and supportive community, and you're tired of working to build someone else's dream and want to have an impact to help others or the planet. Or maybe you're not trading time for money and you just want to have more passive income coming in whilst doing the things that you love. So I love this quote from Joe Dispenza. If you haven't heard of Joe Dispenza, then I highly recommend check him out. So the moment you decide to change, get ready, because it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to leave the known and you're stepping into the unknown. So anything we do that is out of our current habits always feels awkward. Yeah. Like, I'm just on day 3 of a water fast and I used to do these regularly. It was a good habit. And for a year, it got so hard to get back into it. And it's uncomfortable that first day, like doing something you don't want to do. All the limiting beliefs come up and try and keep you safe in your comfort zone, because even if stepping out of that comfort zone is actually beneficial for you, our bodies and our subconscious think that that's dangerous. So it holds us back from the things we actually want to do. So once you actually step into that new way of thinking, so many amazing things open up for change. So I'd love to know what freedom actually means to you. We chatted a bit about me and my vision, and I'd really like to know now, actually, what does freedom mean to you? Drop it in the comments. I can't actually see the comments while I'm sharing. But yeah, see between yourselves of what everyone else's stuff to freedom mean. Like, it might mean you want to travel all the time, or it might just mean that you want to spend time with your family and be present with your kids. It might mean you just want to be able to buy organic food whenever you want and not have to be stuck in a system and just have that freedom of choice. So yeah, for me, it really is that we could travel whenever we want. I can homeschool my daughter, which I am doing now since I joined this business. And yeah, just have that freedom to choose and not be stuck in a system. So where are you right now? I invite you to take a look at where things in your life are in your current season. Like, what are your values and what are your values that you're currently sacrificing? So you can take a moment to write this down now, or yeah, you can come back to this on the replay or pause the video now if you're watching the replay, and really take a few moments to actually dive deep into this. So write down health, wealth, time, family, mindset, community, contribution, and celebration, and actually just write on a scale of 1 to 10 where you are at in any of those. Like 1, health, a 1 is you're pretty much lying on your deathbed and can't move, whereas a 10, you're super vibrant, have heaps of energy and yeah, full of life. Maybe wealth, one, you're in overdraft and full of debt, and 10, you actually have heaps of wealth, but maybe you're working 80 hours a week, which means you have no time and no time for your family. And again, I really invite you to journal deeper on this later. If you're watching the replay, then you can pause the video now and really journal deep on this now. But yeah, just at the quick moment of where do you actually want to be in 12 months? Like if you were living your dream life, and don't hold back on this, guys. Don't think of like, oh, like what's feels physically possible in this reality for you right now. But in your actual dream life, if you could be doing anything on your perfect day, where would you that want you to be in 12 months? Like what needs to change right now for this to happen? If you continue to keep doing what you're currently doing, will you achieve those goals? Because nothing changes, you're choosing it. So basically nothing changes if nothing changes. Yeah. Like you can keep carrying on doing the same habits day in, day out. Time keeps passing and we're still stuck in the same place 12 months later until we make a drastic decision to start moving towards our goals. So yeah, I'd love you to dive in deep with this and really get clear on your dream vision. Like visualize it. What can you see, feel, and touch? Like where are you? Like do you have to wake up by an alarm still? Do you get up and having a morning routine and some yoga and some breath work and beautiful practices? Or do you get up and go down for a coffee and walk along the beach? Like, are you there with your kids? Do you still take them to school and have that time for yourself? Or are they at home? Or are you out in the ocean diving first thing in the morning? Or are you out on Sea Shepherd campaigns helping them or coral restoration projects? Like, what are you doing in your dream life? So I feel like a lot of us to have that dream life, we need to cover some core values, which is true health, true wealth, leverage time, and location flexibility. Meaning we don't want to be doing anything where it's jeopardizing our health and we're burning out. Like we want to be fully nourished and really nurture yourself and your family with quality water, organic food, and self care. And we also don't want to sacrifice our wealth for that. We still want to have the money coming in and being able to actually earn an uncapped income with a leverage business model that supports us to secure our financial future for generations to come. With that, we also want leverage time. We don't want to be working, 40, 60, 80 hours a week to get that wealth because that is going to impact our health. We want to have the time where we can actually just fit it in the pockets of our time and work around our family or work around Sea Shepherd campaigns or diving and being in the ocean. Yeah. And also that location flexibility. So we can do it from wherever we want in the world. We can keep traveling, or we can be at home or camping or all the things. So finding your ikigai. So ikigai is a Japanese concept meaning a reason for being. So it's what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for to create a fulfilling and purposeful life. So you can see that little diagram down there at the bottom. You can draw this out or take a screenshot. And again, I invite you to like really get clear and like filling out those little points. Like, what are you actually passionate about? Like, what is your mission? What do you currently do? Your skills that you could get paid for, and what do people actually need, and what do you love? And you mix those all together and hopefully you will find your ikigai, which is why I love this business model, which we're going to step into in a second, because it's really actually about creating a life around your values and what's important to you, and then transforming that into an income. So what is the ultimate offer? The ultimate offer, we want leverage income versus linear income. So basically that means linear income is trading time for money. There is only so many hours in a day, a week, a month, a year that you can work to earn money. And with like inflation and rising costs, there's really just not enough hours in our week at the moment to keep up. So we want leveraged income, something that's actually going to be earning money for us while we sleep, while we're diving, while we're in the ocean, while we're with our family, and still bringing that income in. We want a product or service people want, need, and love, because we are here about having an impact. We don't want to do anything that's actually detrimental to our planet or people's health. We want a model that supports people, planet, and the profit. So preferably high ticket versus low ticket, because then you earn a lot more money rather than trying to hustle and, you know, make lots and lots of sales and get lots and lots of people in to have a good income. We want something that's already an established offer, so that you're not trying to create something yourself and spending all that time testing whether it works or not. We want something that's already on the market and successful, so we know we can leverage that. Something that's positioned within the $1 trillion health and wellness industry, because that is one of the leading industries on the planet at the moment. More and more people are waking up and understanding they need to take better care of their health and our planet as well. And the business offer we have is something that offers over 50% in commissions. So like we just said there, with going into your own offer, you could create your own offer, but that's usually a high investment required, usually upwards of multiple six figures. You usually have to do everything and wear all the hats, you know, do all the product sales and create all the web pages and funnels and hire staff and pay for rent in a place if it's a bricks and mortar kind of business. It takes a lot of time to build a product that works and converts. You've got all that beta testing stage and seeing if it's something the market actually wants, and then advertising that out there as well. And most businesses wait 3 to 5 years to actually make a profit. And you're often working alone unless you want to invest into like high mentorship and coaching containers. So when you affiliate with an offer, it's a lower upfront investment. You've got access to valuable tools and resources, so you can actually focus on building your business, and all the other systems are done for you. You can partner with a product that people already want and need. It's already been proven. Our company and product has actually been around for 50 years. So it's shown that it's just growing every day with more people that want it. And yeah, it stood the test of time. And you're in profit after 3 to 5 sales within your business, with the potential to generate leveraged income and the ability to collaborate with like-minded individuals. So like with our team, you know, it's actually really about finding your soul tribe in this business. Like, you know, it is a solo entrepreneur business, but we all support and help each other. And it is really finding like that soul tribe, which is priceless, I've found. So if you haven't checked out the book, Tim Ferriss, The 4 Hour Work Week, I highly recommend you go and look at this book. It's actually a bit outdated. I find like it actually really speaks to guys. It's really written in a time where women were not working. Anyway, the message is pretty clear. So most people find an income stream and then find a way to enjoy their life in the small pockets of their time they have left, especially if you're working 9 to 5 and just living for the weekends and all those times. Or even if you're like me, when I used to work like 5 jobs at once to then, you know, have a few weeks traveling and then go back and just work like 24/7 again. Whereas the key to a successful life is to get clear on your dream life first, and then find an income stream that supports that dream life. So, did you know approximately 20 million metric tons of plastic ends up in our oceans? Yeah, if you're like me, I've probably found you, or you found me, because I am very ocean minded. So you're probably already aware of this. But if you're not, then as plastic breaks down, they release toxic chemicals, contaminating marine food chains, and ultimately threatening human health. And the impact extends beyond wildlife, affecting coastal economies, damaging coral reefs, and polluting our beaches. So the future of our oceans and our own well-being depends on urgent action to curb this plastic pandemic. So some of these facts on plastic: it actually takes 375 million bottles end up in our Australian landfills and waterways each year, which is 50 billion in the USA. And by 2050, plastics could outnumber fish in the ocean, which is pretty disturbing. I've actually heard Sea Shepherd talk about like there will be no fish left in the ocean by 2040 as well. And it takes 3 liters of water plus 1 liter of oil to make 1 liter of bottled water, which is crazy, guys. Like, I really hope you're not drinking bottled water anyway. If you're here and you follow me and you follow like how much I hate plastic, like bottled water is one of the worst things and one of the easiest things we can do to start helping our planet in single-use plastic choices. So PET bottles take 1,000 plus years to break down. And then obviously it's just going into microplastics as well, also, which is even worse. So I mentioned earlier about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, where ocean cleanups, focus on cleaning it out. So it's actually like 99% of it is plastic. And it's 1.6 million kilometers squared. So like basically, if you're in Australia, that's about the size of Queensland, of a patch of plastic and rubbish floating in the Pacific just off San Francisco. So, or if you're in the US, that's about 3 times the state of Texas. So pretty concerning, guys. Like, look at this picture. That's just like a mass. Yeah, ugh, it's disgusting. It's basically a tick floating on the water that large. So lots of toxic products that we have in cleaning products or our skincare products are obviously really harming our planet too. It's not just bottled water. Like, lots of these cleaning products and skincare products have lots of harmful chemicals in them, which are basically just getting washed down our sinks and drains. Like, whether you're cleaning with them and then it's just washing down the sink after you've cleaned with it, or in the cloths, or if you're putting stuff on your skin. Like, don't even get me started on sunscreen. Like, I hope if you care about the ocean and you're here, you are wearing a coral safe sunscreen. And because I hate it, that smell when you're down at the beach and people lathering themselves in toxic chemicals and then they just jump straight in the ocean, and that is just getting washed straight off and harming our ocean. And impacts include algal blooms, biodiversity loss, and toxic buildup in the food chain. And our skin absorbs whatever we put onto it. Yeah, it's the largest organ. So my theory is, if you read the ingredients on any product you put on your skin, if you can't actually physically eat that product, then your skin should not be eating it either. So we're underestimating the PFAS threat with much of our global water supply, which is above safe levels. So PFAS are forever chemicals and are present in everyday items like cookware and cosmetics, and they don't degrade in the environment, or our bodies, so leading to persistent contamination. And a recent study shows that much of our groundwater exceeds the safe PFAS levels, highlighting a growing health and environmental risk that calls for stricter monitoring and regulation. So the choice you make today, guys, could actually help change that. It's not just about your health, but helping our planet as well. So with our health, like, there is, if you're not aware already of our water systems, there is poison in every drop. Like, our water is meant to nourish us. Our bodies are over 70% water, or 99% at the molecular level. And yeah, our water out of our tap is toxic, and we've got microplastics in water bottles. And it's just really not good what's going into our body through our main source of, nutrition and well-being. We've got invisible threats on our health from like electromagnetic fields through our Wi-Fi and all the things as well, and pollution in the air. And it's really just that chemical overload where toxins have infiltrated every corner of our lives. Things are being sprayed in the air. There's stuff in our oceans. There's stuff in our food. Like, it can get really overwhelming when you dive deep into it, which I did for quite a while when I became a mum, and try and eliminate it as much as possible in our home. And one of the biggest ones was nanoplastics. So especially when I became a mum, I realized all these plastic toys and even like, plastic knives and forks you give kids, and the cups and things, all these things that's coming off and getting into our body. So experts warn that nanoplastics are the most dangerous form of plastic pollution pollution, capable of invading human cells and depositing toxic chemicals and heavy metals, and can actually get through our blood-brain barrier, which is super hard to detox from. There's not, you can have all the supplements and things, but there's not much that can actually get in through the blood-brain barrier to flush that out. And nanoplastics actually been found in the umbilical cord when like women have had babies. So that's like actually getting into unborn babies now before they've even come out into the world and touched anything, which is really disturbing. So the type of water you drink is the wealth of your body. Like, as I mentioned before, like the human body is over 70% water by volume and 99% water by molecular number. So basically, hydration is really critical to overall health. Like, that should be obvious, yeah? But so many of us are dehydrated. Like, it actually only is 2% dehydration can cause the brain and body to present debilitating health issues. And it's, yeah, said by one of the modern health research books, like You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty by Dr. F. I can't pronounce his name, but you can see it there. Actually said that inflammation and acidosis are often linked to fatigue, digestive problems, joint pain, and long-term illnesses. So most of the diseases we have out there are really linked to dehydration. So this picture is of our water pipes, guys. Like, that is pretty disgusting. And when you see the state of that, you can see why they put so many chemicals into our tap water. It's basically to make it look clear. Yeah. Doesn't mean it is. It's basically to make it look clear and get rid of all that bacteria and gross stuff that is built up in the pipes that is sitting there in stagnant water. So you can see a list of some of those like main chemicals there, obviously like fluoride, depending on what country you're in, lots of antibiotics and heavy metals and mercury and rust and chlorine and all the things. Yes, and yeah, then that's just going straight into our body as well. So first steps, I really hope you guys are filtering your water, like first and foremost, because yeah, like it is disgusting what's going through our tap water, but filtered water is still dead water, essentially. Like, yes, we're getting rid of all those toxins, but humans should actually be drinking water from, you know, like glacial streams and rivers and natural springs. And, you know, obviously there, a lot of those are polluted these days. But like when we're drinking it from those natural sources, you know, it was rich in minerals from the earth and it was charged by lightning and the earth's magnetic field. So it was living structured water within our bodies. Whereas when it's going through all our water pipes and, you know, coming out of our taps, even when we're filtering it, it's still essentially dead. It's lost all its, you know, good minerals and that, yeah, that like livingness of the water. Which is okay why we sometimes buy spring water out of bottles, because we're thinking we're getting it from, you know, the mountains of Fiji or anything like that, and it's full of minerals. But yes, if we were drinking it straight from the source, it would be like that. But when it's sat in bottles for, you know, sometimes up to years, like even after a couple of days, it's lost that natural living charge. And so again, we're just essentially just basically drinking dead water, meaning all those minerals just get flushed through our system anyway. Rainwater, I always thought that would be like the winning goal. I went on such a water journey before I got here. I did like reverse osmosis because I actually learned that my daughter had dental fluorosis at 2 years old because all she drank was water. She had such a healthy diet. And apart from breast milk, all she had was water. And yeah, it really shocked me to find that when I thought she was getting decay and stuff on her teeth, it was actually dental fluorosis. So reverse osmosis was the first thing I did, was to get rid of all the fluoride. But then I learned that reverse osmosis actually strips all the good minerals as well as the bad. So you really need to remineralize. So then I looked into rainwater, thinking that was the best solution. At the time, I didn't actually have space in our house for a rainwater tank anyway. But even looking into that, like Rainwater, yes, it's great. Again, if we're collecting it from like natural pools that have got the minerals from the ground and it's been charged by the earth. But when we're collecting it in tanks, it's just dead water. And think of all the stuff they are spraying in our air these days. Like that is going into that water. So it's sitting in tanks, depending on what material the tank is made of, is absorbing that toxic crap as well. So then you're still needing to filter the rainwater, and it's still just dead water. So then I looked into like a bench top. It was like a full filtration, get rid of fluoride, but then it went through rocks to remineralize it, and you just sort of pour the tap water in on the top and get it out of the dispenser out the bottom, which was a long process for how much water we drink in our family, and with two dogs as well. So it was a continuous like pouring and waiting for it to filter through. And actually, that even though I really liked that bench top for a while, it started to get mold in all the like ceramic stone bits that were remineralizing, and the filtration, which were really hard to clean off. Like you could probably like clean the surface level off, but like, you know, mold gets in. It was like porous stones. So it was constantly having to replace those stones, which was getting really expensive as well. So the solution to all this, guys, is our amazing Kangen machine. So it's one machine that replaces all your cleaning products, your skincare products, and obviously gives you the best drinking water possible. It lasts over 25 years. So it saves the average family of four over $2,000 per year just on like cleaning and skincare stuff and bottled water if you're drinking bottled water. And yeah, it's really change your water, you change your life. So hydration that heals. And it's different because Kangen actually creates molecular hydrogen. So it transforms your tap water into filtered, electrolyzed reduced water, which means it goes over 8 medical grade titanium plates, which charges your water, making that living structured water. Like Kangen actually just means return to origin in Japanese. So the owner, Mr. Oshiro, he comes from Okinawa, which is one of the blue zones in Japan. And he was really curious about all the blue zones and why people lived past 100 still fit and healthy and all the things. So he sent a team of scientists around the world to find out all these reasons why people were living longer and more full of life. And obviously there's many components to that, you know, the food they're eating, the community they're in, and general living. But water was a big one, that they had access to these natural sources where it was, you know, mineral rich, coming from natural springs, unpolluted. And yeah, his like idea for this machine was basically to mimic that. So it's filtering the water and then charging it, and it actually creates molecular hydrogen. So it actually means that it's it can actually get past the blood-brain barrier and detox you at a cellular level and actually hydrate at a cellular level. So Enagic has been around for 50 years in like June last year in 2024, and it's got a 500-year vision. So it's not just about, you know, creating impact now. Mr. Oshiro actually has a 500-year vision to support families, break free from the system, be with their families, and have a bigger impact on the planet. It's award-winning Japanese water technology. So they actually started off only selling this machine in hospitals in Japan as a medical device. So it's only really in the last 30 years that you've been able to have this machine in our own homes, which is amazing. And yeah, creates electrolyzed reduced water, has over 68 uses, replacing lots of other products around the home, probably even more. And yeah, we've got global growth, so it's expanding offices in new countries every day. I think there's over like 40 offices in over like 23 countries at the moment. And there's a market opportunity that only 3 million Kangen water machines have been sold worldwide so far. So it still means that it's actually only just hit its exponential growth in this industry. And yeah, sustainable, zero waste product, lasting 20 plus years. So we're reducing single-use plastics and having that impact in your home. Enagic also have multiple gold standard awards, including the original manufacturer as part of the Direct Selling Association. So it means, there's lots of other water ionizers out there, but Enagic is the original manufacturer. So everything else is kind of like copying their patents. And they're the only one with medical grade titanium plates as well. So they're the only ones that can actually be classed as a medical device. And yeah, part of the Direct Selling Association. So it means that everything's above board. There can't be any of that like sleazy, scammy stuff or pyramid schemes or any of those things. Always meeting top standards. So yeah, consumers are becoming more and more health conscious and are actively seeking products that can help improve their overall well-being. So, and obviously it's not just, improving our health, but also helping our planet and making more sustainable choices. So this machine has actually replaced everything in my home, like from hair conditioner to cleaning products, the sanitizer, to all the stuff. Like I used to invest a lot of money in natural products to make sure they were still tox free, but yeah, this is literally, you can replace everything with water with its different pH settings, which is super powerful. And the water ionizers are expected to grow 8.7% every year until 2032. And yeah, obviously, guys, just don't take my word for it. Like, go out there and look on PubMed or Google Scholar, and you can search like molecular hydrogen or hydrogen-rich water. Look at the benefits of hydrogen-rich water or electrolyzed reduced water, which is what this machine creates. Like, obviously, we can't make any health claims. This water isn't going to cure everything. But yeah, obviously, as we looked before, like hydration is a big part to lots of illnesses and diseases out there. And there have been like over 4,000 studies or something like that, I think it is, on electrolyzed reduced water and molecular hydrogen, at all kinds of things that it's helped with in our health. So some of the other products Enagic offers. So we obviously have our K8, which is the flagship water ionization machine. There are other water ionization machines with Enagic, like the older versions, but at the moment K8 is the best with its 8 titanium plates, and so you can just get a lot more antioxidant rich water out of it, more benefits. And yeah, that 2.5, 11.5 and 6.0 pH water as well to replace all the other products. We have Enagic's Anespa, which is basically a shower filter. So it filters out all the nasty stuff and chlorine, and then remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter, which basically gives you like an in-home spa experience. And so amazing. Like, my hair and skin was radically improved as soon as I started showering this. As you can see in the picture, it's next to a bath, so it does actually have 2 cords from it. So you can either attach it up to your shower, or you can just easily unscrew it and then pop it onto your tap instead as well. Enagic's also just released last year the M-Guard, which is a EMF harmonizer. So it basically gives you like an 8-meter radius and harmonizes any like harmful electromagnetic fields in your area. So great to plug in, like if you're working on your laptop or around your phone, or if you're on a plane even, or you have an electric car, take it with you, and it just like harmonizes those electromagnetic disturbances, which is just super powerful. I've had so many amazing testimonials of people of even just having like better improved sleep and less brain fog and things when they've had their M-Guard switched on as opposed to when they haven't, which is super cool to see, especially when it's something you can't physically see in the air. And then once you plug something on and feel the difference, you see like actually how these frequencies have been harming us in the past. And then we have our Ukon, which is Enagic's only consumable product. It's a chemical-free wild turmeric, which turmeric is obviously a powerful antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory. And it has it in capsules, tea, or a soap form. And it's actually grown in Okinawa, in that blue zone of Japan, and grown and washed in Kangen water. So investing into your health. So investing into your health is the first real foundation for true wealth. And with Enagic products, you can be empowered to enhance your well-being and ensuring a vibrant life for you and your family. So these products don't only transform your health, but they also offer an incredible business opportunity where you have the potential to earn back your health investment in just 5 sales, and whilst impacting others with an incredible wellness opportunity that can value as you do so. So as we touched on before, you might think, it's a 50-year-old company, maybe I've missed the boat on this and all the business, but the direct sales industry is actually one of the leading industries at the moment with over $200.1 billion. You can see compared to the others on that list. And in 2022, the water ionizer market was valued at 2.46 billion as an expected to grow to 5.67 billion by 2032. So as I said before, like Enagic only started selling their products in the last 30 years to like individual families and homes. Before that, it was only in hospitals. And that most of those sales were all belly to belly, like in-person sales. So Enagic doesn't advertise or market any other way. They don't have their machines in shops. They don't do any advertising. Literally, they give all their advertising budget back to their consumers. So it's really just a word by mouth business. So that, it has to be good and for people to get value and enjoy their products. Otherwise, they wouldn't share them. So Enagic has basically been valued of that for the last 30 years, and it's really only the last 7 to 10 years that it's really stepped online and stepped into this direct sales industry. So in order to get your time and money back, you must be willing to invest both time and money to do so, because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So as we stepped on earlier before, guys, like obviously there's only so many hours in a day, a week, a month, a year where we're trading time for money. We're just not getting ahead with the cost of living inflating and rising, and our wages are just not getting any better than that. So to actually like get ahead and create that freedom lifestyle for ourselves, we really need to invest into stuff. The top entrepreneurs or that are financially free in this world know that most of them like borrow money off other people and then invest and have that passive income growing in. And obviously you're also going to have to invest a bit of time. Like we're here to create time freedom for ourselves, but it does take some time to actually like learn the skills to do that in the beginning. So why we love Enagic is that this isn't like an investment scheme. You're not just gambling away and risking investing a whole bunch of money and hoping that it's going to grow for you in the future. You're actually investing into a product that you're actually buying for yourself, and that is going to give yourself and your family benefit with your health and the sustainability impact for the next like 20 to 30 years. Like there's actually a guy in our community, I saw a video the other day where he's had his machine for over 40 years. So this is an investment that lasts a lifetime for your health. So I feel like you get your return on investment straight away just by having these products. Like if someone offered me, $1 million to give up my machine now, I would refuse, because I physically can't drink any other water now. Like it tastes like poison. I take my water everywhere. My daughter won't drink anything else. Like if she does, she is desperate to get back to her Kangen. She's 13, so it's awesome to see, she has this fueling her body for her life. And even my dogs won't drink anything else. So there is no way I would give up my machine for any amount of money. The return on investment is just in itself. But what's great is that when you buy one of Enagic's products, it activates a distributor ID, which you have for life. So you can earn as you refer to people. So lots of people, see the value of this business and want to jump in. Some people just want the products, but even if they just want the products, they can still have a distributor ID. So they still get friends coming around to their house and experiencing this water and are interested about it. And they ask, it's literally 5 to 8 referrals, and that person's earned back their investment for their machine, which is super powerful. And we refer things all the time to our friends and family and loved ones. You go and have an amazing coffee or lunch or something at a cafe, and then you tell that person how amazing that was, and they go there and become regular customers. like we don't get compensated for that. Yeah. Think about all the products you have in your life where you recommend it to someone else because you see the value and love it, but you don't get compensation plan, don't get compensation back for it. And with Enagic, it actually also offers generational wealth. So they actually invest a portion of the sales as well into like high investment, saving return things. um, which means when you get to a certain rank, you actually get like shares within the company and get like a monthly bonus, which starts at 5,000 USD a month for life, which means it can be actually willed to your loved ones, even if you would die. So I'm going to jump into the compensation plan because I know maybe you'll hear about the numbers and to see how you can actually create this freedom for yourself and the impact on the largest scale. I'm going to try and keep this as simple as possible. There is a 20-minute video that I can send you after this, so just reach out. But basically, Enagic offers a unique patented 8-point compensation plan, which means it can't be duplicated. There is nothing else like it out there, and it is truly amazing. So you want to think of it, when I say 8 points, you want to think of it as like an 8-piece pie. So like, for instance, when you sell a K8 machine, each section of that pie is worth $400. So, or $352 if you're in the US. So when you, if you just buy a machine, one machine, you activate your distributor ID and you're in your 1A lane. So then you go and sell a machine to Sarah, you get $400. Then you go and sell a machine to Ali, you get $400. And then your third sale, you've bumped up to 2A and you sell your third machine to George. And now you get 2 pieces of pie for that sale. So now you get $800 for that one sale. Now, obviously, you can see the numbers here. Like when you get to your 11th sale, your 3A, I mean, for every sale, you're now getting $1,200. And like up to 6A, you sell one machine, you get $2,400. And you might see here that it takes 101 sales to get to 6A. But that doesn't actually mean you have to sell 101 products yourself. Because this business is a like team building and direct sales industry, this might mean that you sell 10 machines to 10 different people, and those 10 people go and sell 10 machines. Like that's 100 points in your 101 points already. Now, some people buy all 4 products, which is what we call our quad package. Some people even buy 6, they want 2 K8s, one for their family member and one for themselves. And they want 2 Inespas because they want one for both showers in their house if they've got kids, or they want 2 M guards because there's one, in the kids' room with all the gaming and things like that, and one that they take, with them around as well. Like, so if people, some people might join with 4 products, that's only 25 quads to 6A as well. And if you actually join with a quad package or more, you actually start off in your 2A lane. And I'm not going to go deep into it now, but it actually means you start getting paid as a 3A straight away. So you can actually join this business with your first sale being minimum of $1,200 if you're just selling a K8. Now, the reason that this compensation plan is so amazing and not like any other like multi-level marketing thing out there where people at the bottom are doing all the work so the people at the top get paid and all those things you might have heard in like low ticket network marketing, is because there's only 8 pieces of that pie. So let's go back here, like where Sarah joined you in your 1A lane, you get $400 for the sale to her. Now let's say she goes out and sells 4 machines. For her first sale, she'll get $400. For her second sale, she'll get $400. And for her third sale, she'll get $800. For her fourth sale, she'll get $800. Now, for every single one of her sales, you will also get $400 because she joined you in your 1A lane. So you will always get $400 for every sale that she makes, as long as it's within the 8 points. Yeah, like if she makes a sale when she's 6A, she'll get 6 points of commission. And because there's still 2 left, you will still get 1 point of that. Now, let's say like George joined you in your 4A lane. Yeah, George for his first sale will make $400, $400. For his second sale, he'll make $800. For his fourth sale, he'll make $800. But because he joined you in your 4A lane, you will get $1,600 for every sale George ever makes. Now, when George, say, gets to 4A, he's earning 4 points of commission, yeah, for his sale. And you will still get 4 points of commission because there's 4 pieces left. But the person above you will no longer get anything because there's no pieces of the pie left. So you can see how this doesn't bump up to, it's really like maybe 2, possibly 3 people deep that are getting like these extra bonuses, and then it's cut off because all 8 pieces of commission are used up. And we actually have a system by using our Ukon, which opens up a second ID for you, that once you get to 4A, you can actually earn all 8 points of commission yourself. So really, I like to see it as like whoever you join is kind of like getting a training bonus up until you get to 4A, while you learn how to make sales and you need their help, and you're learning the skills. They're sort of getting like a kickback from your sales, and then once you get to 4A, you're earning all 4 points of commission. So whatever sale someone joins you, whichever lane someone joins you in, that's how many pieces of the pie you will get, as long as it's in your 8 points. Obviously, like when George gets to 6A, he's getting 6 points of those commission. And even though I was 4A, even though you were 4A when he joined you, you're not going to get 4 points anymore because there's only 2 points left. But if you are bumped out of the 8 points of commission, anyone that's underneath you that makes direct sales, you will still get a $260 bonus, which is very generous of a magic. So a little bit difference there just with the numbers with selling a single machine or a quad. So obviously, like in your 1A lane, we said these numbers, it goes up in amounts of 400 or amounts of 352 if you're in the US. For example, you sell a quad in your 1A lane, that's $784. Or if you're selling a quad as a 6A, that's $4,704. So you can see here that you can easily have like a 10K month in commissions by just selling 2 quads. And it might not even be you selling the 2 quads. It might be you and a team member, you still get paid. So it's where you don't have to hustle and sell to like 50 or 100 people like in a month to have a 10K month. So lots of people obviously just want the products. When they come into this space, they don't want a business. But our quad package is really our most popular package for people that actually want to do the business because of its strategy. So you actually like buy the Anespa from whoever invited you into this space. It's probably me if you're reading this, watching this video. So you buy the Anespa from me, and then you actually sell yourself the other 3 products, which obviously don't have to be these 3. You could have 2 Anespas or 2 K8s or 2 M guards, like mix and match as you choose, which suits you. So then, if you have lots of savings, and that's great, and you want to buy all this cash, then that's perfect. But lots of people join this business with finance as a strategy. So it's $0 down straight away. And then when they sell themselves, these first 3 products, you're getting a minimum of 656 Australian dollars back to yourself in immediate commissions. And obviously that number goes up from there. If these products are like 2 K8s or 2 Anespas instead of the Ukon or M-Guard, then obviously you're getting more commissions back straight away to yourself, which if you're sensible, you can use on your first few months repayment to your finance, meaning you're not actually putting any money down for your first couple of months, which gives you lots of time to actually launch your business and start learning how to make sales before any money is actually left your bank. And then your first 5 quad sales in your organization is $15,700 in commissions. Your next 6 quad sales, so 11 in total, is $45,530 in commissions. And another 10 sales in your organization is $100,000 in commissions. So that's only 21 quad sales, which has basically got you, almost to your 6A rank, and you've earned $100,000 in commissions. And again, guys, this doesn't all have to be you. You might have sold to 10 people, sold 10 quads, and those 10 people have all sold one quad each, and that's almost like your 21 quads for 100K. And even if that was over a year, like that's better than most people's annual salary and like average jobs trading time for money. That might be only 2 sales a month. So you can see how this is, such a powerful business where you can start earning that passive income really quickly, because Enagic pays over 50% in commissions to its distributors. Honestly, their machines, I think, are so underpriced anyway for what they are. They've barely increased their price in the last 30 years. It's crazy. And obviously, replace so many other products in our home. Like, the value of it is definitely, just outpaid itself within the first 2 years that you have it anyway. And then it's putting all its advertising budget back into its distributors. So when you think of when you buy an iPhone, you might spend, I don't know, the last phone I looked at was $1,700. Thank God it's on a plan. And they never seem to last more than a couple of years. And if you actually look at the cost of what it costs to build an iPhone, it's not that much. All the money you're spending on those is because Apple spends it on their advertising budget. It goes into the stores, and then it's going to the manager of that store, and then the deputy manager, and then the sales team, and it just goes down. So that's where all the money is going to. Whereas Enagic cuts out all those middlemen and just puts it all back straight onto its consumers. So the next amazing part about this beautiful compensation plan is that generational wealth. So once you get to 6A, you get a $3,000 USD bonus. And then once you've got 2 positions in your business of the 6A, which could be one position is you might have a second position, which is your UCON, which is our UCON strategy. So you can have both these yourself, or it might be a teammate that's reached 6A as well. You become 6A2, which means you get a 6,000 USD bonus, and you start getting monthly and quarterly bonuses as well. Now, once you've got 2 6A2 positions in your business, you get a 12,000 USD bonus. And once you've got 2 6A2-2s in your business, you turn -3, which means you get 25,000 USD bonus. And then you get 5,000 USD monthly for life. So even if you should die, this still gets willed to your loved ones. And you can see the numbers only go up from there, guys. This isn't the end goal. It just keeps going up. And what's amazing about Enagic is that you can never lose rank. You never go backwards. So every sale is a step and a brick in your house to keep creating and building up to this. So, so many people in our organization are going -3 and even -4 at the moment. And with it all going online, these systems are just getting quicker and quicker. And obviously, I can't guarantee your success in this space because you're your own individual person. There are no guarantees. You are in control of your business. But for example, there's Chrissy and Clint, who created our beautiful platform to help people get here quicker. They got to -3 within 3 years. They literally went from completely broke, splitting eggs and rice on 2 different credit cards, and having no skills, to becoming -3 in 3 years. I think they've been in the business 7 or 8 years now, and now they have 6 positions between them, a husband and wife couple. And I think they've got 1 at -5, a couple at -4, and maybe 3 at -3. So you can see, if you add up that's about 50,000 USD monthly they get as a bonus, on top of all commissions that they have within their organization as well. So how powerful is that, guys? Even if it took you 5 years to get here, or even if it took you 10 years to get here, is it worth it? And honestly, there is no retirement plan out there I've ever seen that is better than that. You have a superannuation fund, a retirement fund, that ends eventually. It's a certain amount you build into it and then it ends. This is something you can start generating long before 65 or 70 years old. And obviously you can invest that into other investment things as well. And yeah, I just find it so powerful to have that. And it's just the beginning. So obviously, the quick look at traditional MLM, you've got monthly quotas, which means you lose rank if you don't actually sell a certain amount each month. they're usually only $20 to $150 per sale that you get, meaning you need at least like 100 to 500 people that you're selling to every month to say have a 10K month. You've got regular product auto ships, meaning you're relying on people renewing their product every month or so. There's no generational wealth, legacy income. You've usually got licensing fees and minimums, and it's all about recruiting and hustling because you need that many people to have a decent income. Yeah. So with Enagic, there's no quotas. You could build this business as slow or as fast as you want. You could make one sale a month or 10 sales a month. It doesn't matter. Like Enagic will never de-rank you. You will always keep building. So, and obviously sales within your team as well will keep building you up as well. So yeah, you can literally go off and have like two years off and go completely off grid and not do anything with your business. And when you come back, you pick off exactly where you left off and keep building to those legacy wealths. Obviously, the least you can get paid is $400, and that's only in your first and second sale if you don't have a quad. Otherwise, you start at like $1,200 and all the way up to $6,954 per sale. There's optional auto ship, which is obviously the Ukon, because that's the only consumable. So that does renew every 4 months, and is also an amazing business builder because every renewal you get an extra point. So you get extra point towards your business every 4 months as well. And obviously anyone in your team that has Ukon, you're getting those extra points as well. We have that generational wealth, so it can be willed to your loved ones. There's no licensing fees or minimums. Literally, you just buy your own product and you have a distributor ID for life. And we're all about attraction marketing, not recruiting. So no spamming to your friends and family and trying to, be that person that's talking about it at all the parties and things that people cringe, or hey girl messages. Yeah, we're really about attraction marketing. And you can reach out to people. Like I do a little bit of both as well. I didn't in the beginning. It's purely attraction marketing. But lately, I know that I really want to speak to people that care about our planet and have an impact. And I want to chat to people that are already doing that and help them create more of an income so that they can go out there and have more of an impact. Because I feel it's really important in these this generation. So I do reach out to people, but also not in a spammy way. I actually look into certain people that I want to call into this business that I feel like I would be aligned with and want to work with. And it's up to them whether they want to check this out and have a look. You don't have to be pushy. No pushy sales, because that's just it. So obviously attracting your leads, the best way to do that is to, sorry, the water actually, guys. It's been too long. Beautiful pancake. So if you found me, then it's probably via social media. Unless we know each other in person, we are already on social media. So why not use it for good instead of bad? Let's stop the scroll hole and just being a consumer and actually start creating content that actually offers value and can help people and speaks to your ideal audience and people that you vibe with and want to work with in this world. Yeah. So we learn from top social media experts in the industry and can teach you both organic and paid advertising strategies. So it's basically about building a personal brand online that evolves around your values and what you're passionate about. This isn't about pushing a product online. You can share about the water online. I do a bit of both because I love this water and it has changed my life. But mostly about my brand, it's about plastic and ocean and whales and diving and unschooling my daughter, all the things. Yeah, it's not about being a product page. So you don't need any prior experience. You don't need a social media audience. We teach you everything. I literally had maybe 200 people on Facebook and Instagram when I started this. Was not tech savvy at all. I did not think the online space was for me. I had no social media following. I'd never even put a picture of my face online before I started this. And yeah, I really didn't think it was for me, but that little intuition voice kept screaming yes at me, like the one I heard when I knew I had to come to Australia or when I had to be a mum. And I'm so glad I listened to that voice, because it was literally been the best decision I've ever made. Like this business, yes, we have that epic compensation plan, but it is so much more than that. It's really like you get to go on a whole personal development journey with all the inner work and mindset trainings we have in this space as well. And beyond that, even just the community of people that you get to work with and collaborate with is such a global community of like-minded people who are really here to have an impact. And honestly, these people have become some of the best friends, like honestly, like my soul tribe. Some we just meet online, and then when we get together, we forget we've never actually met each other in person. It's like we just, yeah, just soul family. So that is priceless, all that stuff you get as well. So how we make sales, we share this offer with others, either organically or through paid advertising strategies through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, however you like. And then when people are interested about it, you invite them to watch a free masterclass like you're watching now. Obviously, I've created my own because I really wanted to touch into the ocean impact, because that's something that's really close to my heart. And I want to work with a specific type of person. You know, like if you're into hunting animals for fun, or you like to go shark fishing, then I don't want to work with you. This isn't just about sales for me. Like, I don't want to support someone that's going to go and use that money to, you know, hurt our planet even more. So there's no point like working with them. But you don't have to create a masterclass yourself. Obviously, like when I started, I didn't even show up online. Could not speak. I did not do a live, wouldn't even post a photo of my face. So there is lots of automation tools that have all the info and all the research and other masterclasses that you can send to people to give them all the information, so you don't have to. Once they've watched that, if they love it, then you can book in a call with our team, who are literally there to answer all your questions for you. And yeah, like if you do want to start and it's something you want to do, then they're there to do all the like paperwork and like sales side of it as well. So you don't have to do any of that yourself. And then obviously you invest into your own products, which activates your distributor ID, and then you get to launch your business and receive amazing mentorship with inside our academy. So guys, now we've got the right offer, and obviously using social media to get that offer in front of buyers, it's time to automate it, because without automation, we don't really have that passive income. Yeah, we're still just trading time for money. So we want to automate sales so we can make sales 24/7. We want to be making sales while we're sleeping, while we're being with our family, while we're in the ocean, while we're on Sea Shepherd campaigns, like whatever it is. There's actually one of our girls in our team, we always joke that every time she goes off grid and completely switches off from social media and the business is when she makes the most sales. So yeah, we want time flexibility, so we can do this in a pockets of our time. At the moment, you already might have a job that, you know, I'm not saying go out and quit your job now, like wait until you're building and getting you know, a sustainable income coming in from this. So we might still be working around a full-time job. We want this where you can do it in the pockets of your time, you know, while you're sitting on your toilet break, or at nighttime, or in the morning before you go, or while you're on the commute if you're on a bus or train, not while you're driving, and or around our kids, or while we're traveling. And we want the systems to actually do the work for us. So we don't have to recreate anything. We don't have to create websites or funnels. Like everything is there. All the information is there to send out to people. You just get to show up on social media, being your authentic self and sharing what's valuable for you. We even have our sales calls done for us. So you could be completely off grid and sending people the links in the process. And then it even goes to our sales team that can answer all their questions and do all the paperwork and everything. And you can just check your notifications in your phone at the money landing in your bank. So your journey to success starts here, and you're not alone. And with the right support and tools, the next step is yours to take. So like I said, guys, the most valuable thing about this space is the community. And a big part of, obviously, you're within like me and our wider team is our community. And you don't need our Freedom Era platform to have an Enagic business. They're two separate things, but I highly, highly recommend it, at least for your first couple of months, because the Freedom Era community is so beautiful and created by that Christian Clint, who I mentioned, that got to Dash 3 in 3 years. They created this platform to really help give all the information that they learn in one place to really help you scale your business quicker and with that automation. So the Freedom Era Academy has an amazing onboarding course to set you up powerfully from day one. We've got step-by-step self-paced courses around like inner work, mindset, leadership, sales, marketing, all the things you need to know, whether you want to build your business on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, or you want to do it organically, or you want to pay for ads and learn Facebook and Instagram ads and stuff. And we have exclusive monthly masterclasses and live events as well, which are such a vibe to go to. And these monthly masterclasses, like the Freedom Era has been here for 5 years. So every month we have a live training that you can jump on with one of these top mentors and coaches in the industry. So think of people like Brock Johnson, Scott Alford, Fraser Brooks, Alex Tripod, Natalie Patterson, Preston Smiles, so many. Even Dr. DeMartini has been on before. And they invest thousands of dollars into these mentors. Like, it would literally cost multiple 5 figures to go into any one of these training containers with any of these people usually. And we get it all for free with inside the platform, where these guys come on every month, usually for like an hour or 90-minute masterclass, where you can have like hot seat coaching and things as well. It's always on a Zoom. And then the trainings are always recorded to go into the replay. So literally 5 years worth of these monthly trainings have gone inside the vault. So they're all for you to watch if you've missed out. And then obviously the future ones you get to jump on live. So for this amazing platform and all the automation, all the sales calls done for you, all the resources and funnels and links and everything is literally so cheap. They haven't upped the price of this like ever when all the time I've been here, which is crazy because there's so much value in there. And it's only 99 USD a month. So yeah, as I said, guys, you don't have to have this with your Enagic business, but I definitely recommend it at least for your first couple of months. And for your first month, it's actually 50% off. So it's only $49 USD for your first month. So you can really jump in there, test out all the masterclasses and do a few of the courses and launch your business and see the value, and then decide from there whether it's for you or not, if you need it. Maybe you're already like completely tech savvy and social media whiz and you feel like you don't need it and you want to do all this stuff yourself. And at the moment, I'm recording this in September 2025. So at the moment, we also have a 10-day trial for only $1, which is pretty cool. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last at the moment. So yeah, like might have a different offer if you're watching this in a couple of months. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this video, the replay, available for. But at the moment, you can jump into this business for $1 and then have your first 10 days, check out all the platform, all the resources and everything, and then have your like first month after that 10 days for $49. So you're getting like a month and a half basically. So your next steps, guys. So after you've watched this call, then reach out to me and we can book in your free vision call, which is basically a space where I can answer all your questions for you. Or if I'm not available, I'll actually set you up with one of our amazing people inside our Freedom Era platform who are even way more equipped than me. It depends. I'm an unschooling mum, so sometimes I'm busy or we're out in the ocean or we're traveling and doing the things. So I like to have a vision call and actually like connect with you first and check we are on the same page and you're someone that I want to work with. Like I said before, I don't want to work with anyone that's here to destroy our planet. I have had someone want to join me who I thought was, I had like a Facebook ad once out that said ocean lovers, and they came in and they did all the stuff and they messaged me like, yep, I love it. And then I checked on one of their stories later and they were out shark fishing. So I was like, that's not the type of ocean loving I want to work with, and had to lovingly say, sorry, I cannot work with you. There's many people in the Enagic community, you know, all different varieties of what they're passionate about. So I'm sure you can find someone else if it's something you want to do, but that's not who I want to support. So I do like to do like a vision call, just you and me as well, to see if we align. And then, yeah, depending on my time schedule, if I can't do it, you can jump into the Freedom Era platform and have a call with one of our amazing IPA team who can dive in even deeper into all your questions and work out the best products for you and all the different price packages and everything that works in best with your situation. Before you jump on that call, we ask you to just complete the discovery process, which in itself is such a powerful course. Like, even if you don't join the Enagic business, I definitely recommend just jumping in the dollar trial or the first, $49 for your first month, just to do the discovery process. I know we dove deep into the little practice at the beginning of this call to get clear on your dream life and vision, but this discovery process has literally changed lives of so many people. I really invite you to put aside like an hour, 2 hours for this, and it dives deep into what you actually want to create. So even if Enagic isn't the vehicle model that's going to get you there, it just helps you get really clear on what it is you do want to start creating and how to get there. And then after you've had your call, if everything lines up, they can sort you with finance or, like paying up front or payment plans or all the things, or which package, if you just want a K8 machine, or if you want all 4 products, or if you want 10 of them. I think it was like last year, Novak Djokovic bought 28 Kangen machines. So I don't know if he's got 28 houses or a house with 28 rooms, or is one for all of his family, but one of the leading health athletes out there, along with so many other athletes. You got like Kelly Slater and Tiger Woods, a heap of boxers. I think the Australian ice skating or gymnastics team. There's NFL teams. So many top athletes are drinking Kangen water because they really see the benefits. So yeah, you might be like Novak and want 28 of them. So if you do book in that call within the next 24 hours of watching this video, then you will receive a PDF version of the book, The Magic, which is a 28-day gratitude practice by Rhonda Bryan, who wrote The Secret. And yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. I highly recommend you actually get the hard copy if you can, because it's a beautiful practice to flick through and just do a different one, pick a page. But when you get started, the PDF is perfect. And yeah, it just really helps you manifest in what you're calling in this life. When you have more gratitude, it's amazing how many more things open up into your world that give you more things that you're grateful for. And I'm also going to give you a manifestation journal and workbook as well, so it can help you dive even deeper into what you want to create and have that all on paper for you to visualize each day. And then anyone who joins Enagic with 3 or more products, I'm going to gift you the second month in TFE. So it's value 99 USD. So the reason I say second month instead of the first month is because your first month is already discounted at $49. So you might as well have that as a cheaper version, where you might have your 10-day free trial. You've got your second month, your next month of $49, and then I'll give you the next month after that. So you're essentially getting 2.5 months inside the platform for $50, which is pretty cool. So this is just some of our team and global community. As I said, the Freedom Era is a global community of, I think, 10 or 12,000 people now within inside the Enagic community, which is obviously many more thousands. And yeah, we love to get together for events and trainings that usually happen, a couple of times a year or in different places of the world. This top right corner was a retreat in Bali a couple of years ago. And then our local team, we try and get together as often as possible as well. We're also becoming more and more global. Most of us are in Australia. But yeah, we like to get together as often as possible. We're actually going to Bali as well in October for our next retreat, which is super amazing. And yeah, last year we went to Japan for Japan's 50th anniversary. And it's so amazing when you actually get to catch up in person. And also, with our team, you can, if I haven't already, you can ask me for our link to our private Facebook group, where you can jump in there and just get a vibe for the team. There's lots of stories and testimonials and wins and what people are creating in there, and yeah, the impact they're having. So that's a beautiful space to jump in and feel a part of the community as well before you start. So I'd love to leave you with this, guys. Like, thank you so much for your time today. I know we went a little bit over than what I said, but I hope you got value and impact from this. And yeah, just know there are 7 days in a week, and some day is not one of them. If you're like me, I've really noticed that time is just whizzing past at the moment. I can't believe we're in September. It feels like it should be like March. And we all have like these amazing goals, like New Year's resolutions and things. We're like, oh yeah, we'll start that next week or next month or next year. And time just keeps going. So the time is always now. Yeah, I can't remember who that quote actually comes from, but like the future doesn't exist yet. The past is gone, it no longer exists. Like the only time is now. So it is up to you to actually start changing your life and going towards your goals and creating something that's of value to you. And maybe that's not this opportunity. That's totally okay. Like this video is here to give you all the information, all the compensation plan, what the product's about, so you can make an informed decision for yourself. And I just invite you to feel into that intuition to see if it's a yes or a no for you. And yeah, if it's not, then I wish you all the best. And I hope you find something that is really lights you up in this world and create that freedom for you. And you can go out there and have an amazing impact and do good in this world. And if it is something where that intuition is screaming yes at you, like it did to me when I first joined, then yeah, reach out. Let's book in a call. I'd love to have a chat with you and get to know each other a bit better. And look forward to inviting you to this beautiful space and this beautiful community, and excited for the ripple effect and the impact that we can have together. All right. Thanks, legends. Have a beautiful day, and we'll chat soon. Bye.